Well friends, today we discover together the Ranieri International Cayman 33.0 Executive, a boat with an overall length of 10.20 meters and a width of 3.55 meters. We will now take a walk on board to discover the setup, but as always remember to leave a like on this video and comment with your opinion. Let's check it out together. At the stern there are two platforms added to the hull separated from the engines. Engines which in this case feature a pair of Mercury V8s with 300 horsepower each. But the minimum engine size starts from a pair of 250 horsepower up to two of 400. Let's see how inside the platforms there is the boarding ladder. Ladder mirrored on both sides and inserted. In this way the walking surface is free from clutter, and above all we have the double grab handle to facilitate exit from the water. The synthetic coating surface allows for excellent grip. We have large fiberglass coamings from the stern, which give us a lot of safety. And furthermore, this handrail is in fact a real guardrail that follows the entire profile of the fiberglass coaming, which therefore allows you to have a firm grip and always be in constant safety with the retractable cleat inserted on the coaming. A little further on there is the predisposition for the insertion of the carbon poles for the stern Arab tent, and in this way be able to shade the entire rear layout of the boat. Look at the engine cockpit, which allows complete tilt without any kind of difficulty. There is also this strip, which therefore allows you to move easily throughout the entire stern portion. And as I was telling you, since there are two climbing ladders, we can exploit both areas independently of each other. Here at the bottom there is the waste cap for emptying the sewage from the toilet, while on the left there is the shower for rinsing in the stern area. So let's get on board. As you can see, there are no obstacles, it's all on one level, so there's no access problem, we can move around easily. Look at the height of the fiberglass coaming, which reaches halfway up my thigh, which remains constant up to the center of the hull. So the most inexperienced people can move easily on board. And above all, look at that very large cockpit with a stern sofa. Sofa that has a backrest that can be folded towards the bow. In this way you can create a stern living area with a view of the engines when we are at anchor. Really not bad. Furthermore, under the cushion there is the technical locker with batteries, systems and bilge pump, and plenty of space for stowage. In this way we can store all the bulkier objects inside and leave the walking surface free from clutter. Moreover, there is the possibility of installing a table with a fixed base to create a stern dinette. In addition to the folding single-seater seats inside the fiberglass coamings, we can have up to 5 seats and a lot of comfort on board. Furthermore, on request it is also possible to have the extension of the stern sofa. Through a system of folding benches, we can effectively double its extension and therefore have a single large rear sun deck. The seating block is made of fiberglass and has the outdoor kitchen behind it. Kitchen with double door. Look, easily accessible via actuator with induction hob. Support surface and sink on the left with double central glass holder. At the bottom there is the trolley refrigerator, while on the left there is a very comfortable compartment glove box. Look at how large it is here. It also allows you to inspect the refrigerator motor and carry out all ordinary and extraordinary storage operations. Furthermore, we see the supports for the fly top centrally. Fly top installed in this truly generous setup, which allows you to shade the entire central area of the boat. And with the addition of the Arabian awning with double carbon pole, we can shade the entire rear area. At the top there is no shortage of towers supplied by Hertz, which ensure truly incredible sound, that are also paired with the double speaker installed on each side. Here we have the double handle on both sides for greater safety. As I was telling you, there is always a solid grip. At any point on the boat we can move in constant safety, because here too we have the side uprights of the fly top. There is also the mooring cleat positioned on each coaming. And we then arrive at the driving position. Driving position totally customizable, according to the preferences of each user, because here we have 3 independent bolsters with fixed backrest. In this way everyone can choose the position they prefer most, whether in traditional sitting mode or a comfortable lumbar rest. So I stand at the helm. I see that it is central in front of me and easily reachable. There is the double power throttle on the starboard side, the bow thruster controller, double cup holders on both sides. And look at the double dashboard with Simrad NSX ultra-wide display, which allows for complete customization, because we can have any information regarding both motorization and navigation. We can also have control of the onboard utilities because, as you can see, there is the possibility of turning on all the LED lights. Very elegant LED lights which also allow you to navigate at night and fully experience the boat at any time. The main on-off switches are arranged on a single level here in front of us, while on the left there is the very convenient wireless charger for smartphones, and above all it allows us to have the smartphone under control without distracting us while driving. On the right side there is the HMR50 supplied by Hertz. HMR50 also with video output, because there is the camera installed below the anchor roller, but we will see that in a moment. And speaking of the anchor, the chain counter is installed here. The VHF is not missing below. And look at the visibility here. We are currently at the mooring with a waiver beam, but look here, full visibility. Practically 360 degrees because the windshield is sloped but allows it to be fixed up to eye level. Therefore, excellent protection from the wind, and above all, the double dashboard allows me to have all the onboard indications under control. And if I want, I can also place my feet on the structural step at the bottom to increase my field of vision, and therefore have total control during navigation and during the mooring phases. We move towards the bow. There we have the compass installed on the cabin, and look here at the handle obtained from the profile of the windshield. A grab handle which allows us to have a firm grip during movement on board and therefore be able to move even during fast navigation at rough sea. At the bottom there is a very light step to give more space inside the cabin, and look here at the width of the passage to the bow, which therefore allows us to move easily without any kind of problem on board. From the center of the hull there is also the tubular that gives us support, because look, it reaches halfway up my leg. In this way we are always well sheltered on board, and therefore arrive in the bow area. The bow area is completely covered with cushions. Look here, a real platform where you can relax on board. There are also straps to secure the cushions during faster navigation, while there are 5 grab handles installed here on the tubular. Obviously tubular in ORCA neoprene, therefore maximum quality. In front of the quarterdeck there is this 2-seater armchair with fixed backrest and also central headrest, really very comfortable and ergonomic, with double lateral cup holders and additional grab handle to be able to hold on during navigation. Furthermore, look, the seat has different inclinations. In this way, each user can choose the position they prefer, as well as being able to take advantage of the immense sun deck. Look here, count the steps with me, there is a lot of space. Moreover, outside under the front cushion is the windlass. Windlass hidden from view because the anchor is embedded in the hawse eye, but we can easily monitor it from the station control thanks to the camera. In this way, as I was telling you, a single person can carry out all the anchoring operations. Therefore, also excellent from a rental perspective, because a single skipper can easily maneuver in any condition. Inside the fiberglass bow there is a double Hertz speaker to ensure sound throughout the bow area. Look at the fiberglass bow, totally free of obstacles. In this way it is very simple to get on and off when mooring bow, because look, thanks to the synthetic covering we have full grip and it is very simple to get on and off. With also in this case the double cleat, positioned in such a way as to avoid the ropes rubbing on the tube. And there are also 2 more below for dedicated mooring lines positioned on the sides of the anchor. We move towards the stern, look here. I'll show you the double passage to the bow. As I was telling you, it's very simple to move on board. Also look at the generosity of the fly top, which allows us to be well protected when we're driving and we enter the cabin. The entrance to the cabin takes place with a sliding door on the left side of the control station. We see that upon entering there are 4 steps to reduce the difference in height. I will immediately show you the electrical system panel on the left, because we have a card which therefore allows the turning on the entire electrical system. In this way each owner has his own card, just as if we were in a hotel. We then enter inside. We see that there is this first central hallway with a cabinet on the left where you can store all objects and clothing. In the bow there is the large double cabin for 2 people with a central portion that can be removed to have a greater movement surface. There is also a porthole positioned underneath the seat on the sun deck to ensure full air recirculation, because in this way we have the front air inlet, which also pairs with the double side porthole with excellent air recirculation. And look at the internal lighting here too. But above all, I'll show you the height, because I can stand completely upright. so I can move without any kind of difficulty. Then it lowers to make space for the bow sun deck. But when I'm sitting, I still have fully livable, fully usable space. So I can literally sleep and relax in this cabin. And speaking of cabin, I show you the presence of the guest cabin below the walking surface and positioned behind the steps. There is air conditioning as indicated by the side vents to ensure air recirculation even with the cabin closed, while in a separate cabin there is a bathroom. Bathroom positioned on the starboard side. Upon entering, we see that there is the sink placed along the side with the toilet towards the stern. There is the possibility of extracting the shower head to take a shower. And look here at the walkable surface that on a boat of 33 feet helps a lot. In addition to the height, because I can stand completely. I only have my head slightly lowered, but when I'm sitting I can experience the bathroom. I can also close the door and therefore have complete privacy with the porthole too, to ensure air circulation. Therefore a rib suitable for a family of 4, with 2 adults and 2 children, but above all fully usable for daily outings. And why not also for family cruises? And so dear friends, this is the Ranieri International Cayman 33.0 Executive Nimi. As always, if you like the video, I invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Facebook page. Leave a like and tag the people you think might be interested. And as always, for all the next videos, we'll always see you here on the C Team.